2-foot waves here probably feel like 10-foot waves out in the ocean. With the humidity and the temperature, it's yuck. Okay. Show you more later. Okay, here's the interior. Navigation station. Place is reasonably cleaned up. Here's one of the recloths I set up in the bunk. Seems to work pretty good. The angle's not right, but it's best I could come up with. Look up into the forward berth. I actually had the fireplace going today. That's why the little light's on over there. Here's the other berth. Recloth would be set up on that. That's actually the windward berth, the one you would want. Got the radio going with the guy trying to teach us some music appreciation.
Not only the music
and we got the galley.
Rudolph section.
There we go. It gives you an idea of the movement.
Among music lovers, with the London Symphony Orchestra, Claudio Abbado conducting, and the second movement of the piano concerto in C major, opus 467.
Thanks.
This second movement received fame as a separate
and we'll go back
of the
to the
movie
navigation station.
Elvira-Madigan, if you remember.
Welcome to Tidewater on Memorial Day holiday again. The place getting a little bit crowded around here. Just past that S2, here's this red boat coming trying to pass us. He probably will. We got somebody else here on this side. I don't know who he is. Well, now you see what it's like trying to hold a camera still out here. A typical 2-foot chop out here. And here's home. Over here. See this interstate highway system of sailboats? All these people are probably thinking, oh, it's cold out here. It is. It feels like it's about 60. It's about 60. Feels like it's about 50. This nicest landmarking area, the water tank at Grandview. God, you can see that thing for ages. Another sailboat. Well, we got this guy. Oh, he's getting there. Whoever he is. You can probably read the name better than I can. Okay. We'll come back. Well, it's now getting about a little after 2. We've been at this since a little after 10. It's been about 4 hours at York River. For a fact, from the point of view of sailing, this has been a gorgeous day. Cold, a little wet, it's misty. The wind is just about perfect. A little bit of wavy, just kind of lumpy. Seas are up to about 3 knots, 3 feet now. These are the other boats that are out here. Some power boaters who probably don't like it too much out here today. Look at all these guys. They're all heading home. I'm afraid the weekend's over. Our destination. Looks like kind of a hole in the wall. That's the bottom of the Chesapeake Bay. That's the sailors blocking Fort Monroe. Somewhere. I'll be able to see it here. Fort Wool. That's Catalina 34 I tried to pass. Oh well. Needs something to give me a little bit of humility. I've been having a pretty comfortable day, so it's kind of being nasty. Salmon here has been all day. That's unusual for me. There's Fort Wool. Autopilot will kind of, here we are, there's Fort Monroe and Fort Wool. We'll sail between those in probably about 5 or 10 minutes. Then we'll set our course for the naval station, which will be our destination for the night. Okay, here we are at the before going away party. This is at Willoughby Harbor Marina. I'll show a little pan here. Here's us so long-winded before we leave.
Is he going with you?
Tom? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going with you.
He's part of the crew. Get another
Well, how do you know you're getting people's faces?
Because I've used one of these before.
I know.
I'm good at it too. That's right.
Coming across, if you just happen to wake up in the middle of the morning and see this thing, you could really think there might be. When you deal with other people,
What a pretty cake.
should we have a cake? Should we have a cake cutting ceremony?
Okay, here we have a cake cutting ceremony.
Happy birthday.
The cake is being cut.
We did that last
by the
week.
master.
Master? Master what? Well, we won't say what.
Yes.
I've already been accused of being long-winded. Absolutely.
A whole bunch of them, right?
Take one. There are a couple switch fittings we really didn't check. Oh, there's plenty there. We need to call you up there to check them. We need to pull them off and have them x-ray. You can ask Tom. He's going to be a fine bring you one. Would you like me to show you how he did that? What we do is we test them for failure and we know they were okay.
That's how you test motion chairs. They're the 10-foot drop test. Tom can tell you all about it. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Okay, you're on the camera mark.
Recording now.
How do you know?
I pressed the button. I don't know if there's a little red light on this or not.
Okay.
But we're recording, and just for record's sake, we're just about to pass the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. We only had one minor mishap already. Not the greatest of weather, as you can see. A little sacked out, so we're all in control. It's not raining as much as it was before.
Hey, it's just about 6 o'clock on our first day. We finally stopped motoring. Now we're sailing. It is raining again, cat the dog. We're beating with just the jib up, moving 4 to 5 knots. Here's Phil. Hi, Phil. And it's raining.
Almost 5 1/4 knots.
Yeah. Here's our brave helmsman. Oh, cutting his head off. Now he's ducking behind a winch. I wonder if these waves look like anything. They don't feel too swift. They think they're about 5 feet, maybe 6. We'll call them 10 to 20 for the purposes of towing our friends. Okay, here we go. We're getting knocked around a bit. Course made good about 100. Not accounting for leeway. Probably puts us back to 90. Okay, day 2. Here's a sample day at sea. There's the gimbal stove. That angle's hitting the top. It is level. We are not. We go around. Here's Tom sleeping. Things are holding pretty stable down here. Here's the roof off. That's where I'm going to sleep as soon as I finish this. Chart table. The intrepid seaman Phil.
Day 2.
He thinks there's fun out here. Okay, there's the water going by. We're doing our morning battery charging. We had gearing, engine in gear, but I was making it go too fast. We're doing about 6.5 to 7 knots on the sail. The sleeping Roger. He hasn't been feeling too good today.
Show the heel we're on.
We got the sun out today. I got the word for Norfolk. It's still raining there. We guessed right. Get out from this weather. We get out sailing, and we did. Now we get these lovely seas. This is actually nice, fresh ocean sailing. Not something this boat does well. Some seas. Now, you think they don't look too bad. I'm telling you, pictures never show a sea the way it looks. 50-foot sea looks like camp. These are about 5 or 6. And believe me, this is like going... Well, the ride is like a roller coaster we've been on for 2 days. I think the roller coaster is deeper, but it's smoother. Why did you want to come on this trip?
The adventure, the experience.
You. Why did I want to do this trip? I don't know today. I'll tell you again later on that one.
Tell you what, when after my afternoon watch, after my afternoon watch at 2 o'clock, I'll put the line in the water and I'll catch my first fish. I'll show you.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel like doing that. I'm just happy to be survived today. Okay, here's day 3 at sea. You can see how well the boat's holding up. We're starting to put junk all over the place. We got sleeping people. The levers work. We have, which should be a messy chart table. It's clean because we were on starboard tack for the last couple of days. We couldn't use anything there. I'll tell you where we are. There's, I guess that's where we're going. Is the Moran work? The GPS works? It went out on strike for a little bit. And here's our intrepid seaman. Here's Seaman Phil. And here's Seaman Roger.
Hi there.
Did you do that?
I got it. Hey, look. Looky. A ship. A ship. Well, it's here somewhere.
The plane. To your right. The ship.
Hey, you got a little midget fella in here, little lisp.
Take 2. We got a cloud. I should be pointed at it.
There's a ram.
Not really.
Actually, it's pointed ahead of us.
I think he's pointed behind us.
Is it?
Yeah, I think he's going past back there.
However, it's not unusual they will change courses and say hello. Just for the hell of it.
Well, I may get on the radio and say hello first.
Oh, just wait. We'll see how close he gets to as close as encounter the 18th time.
What?
I know one thing. By my calculation, you said a gallon of water a day, right?
Yeah.
By my calculations, I can take a 3-gallon bath today.
Guess what we have working? The fresh water pump. I don't know why. But I washed dishes today.
What is it old?
What?
The old retired admiral, buddy, fellow I sailed up to Florida with, he says, time to take a whore's bath. Armpits, crotch, and maybe feet. The major smelling orifices of the body. Would we get any more speed with the jib up? Oh, a touch.
Probably not.
Okay. I didn't think so. It
Would
just
probably,
bumps and bangs.
yeah, probably wouldn't hurt to put the mizzen up. I think we're on a real broad reach. You know what we could run? It'd be a lot of fun. A mizzen staysail.
Do that to me again.
A mizzen staysail. It's like a spinnaker that rides on the mizzen mast.
Oh.
It uses the mizzen boom and this other halyard,
Yeah.
and it's bigger than the mizzen, and you don't actually have to take that damn cover off.
I don't have to take the chin cover off.
Well, that isn't easy.
Yeah.
With this bimini up, it's not easy at all.
Oh, is she getting closer?
Yeah, I'm waiting to
Change
get this.
course. Looks like a Navy oiler. Looks like we're here in the old German submarine haunts. See one of those things that goes sink the bastard. A lot of activity in this area in the Second World War.
Yeah, a friend of mine was a commercial diver.
Yeah.
He dove on one of the wrecks or something. He said the sick on the bottom was 6 foot thick.
Well,
You'd think Exxon Valdez was messy. It wasn't anything compared to World War II.
that's right. It tickles me. I don't know whether the oil companies have got into the environmental business or what. They're saying the cleanup they did in most cases did no harm to the beach and then they left it alone.
Well, that will always be an argument. Environmentalists have tried to use any argument they can to have no oil produced, no nuclear power produced, no power that burns anything produced.
That's your nature nonsense. Not everybody, not all environmentalists are nature nonsense. I mean, there's some sane people in there.
Well, I thought a perfectly good solution, I could live with it, that everything should come from solar power. Well, I got a perfectly good solution. I'll do that. We can generate enough solar power to support a sustaining population of humans on the Earth without any problem. The sustaining population that it would support is probably 10% of what's here now. If you will get me 90% of the humans on Earth to volunteer for termination, then I'll go for the war. I intend to be one of the survivors. This is our promise.
But we usually have extremes to demonstrate things.
Well, my position is we've generated this huge technological infrastructure in order to support an overabundance of humans on the earth.
Like cockroaches, we breed.
Yeah. We have wiped out every pest, everything that becomes a predator to us.
Except mosquitoes and cockroaches.
Well, mosquitoes spread very little. Did it finally find him?
Is that green? Not gray? Say one doggone thing. That starboard divan is comfortable.
What?
That starboard divan couch is comfortable.
Oh.
Just the right firmness.
One of their advertising things for this boat is 6-inch thick cushions, which I haven't figured if they're necessary or not. But I got a kick out of, it was so rough last night, I feel the acceleration of my weight compressing that cushion.
Yeah.
Didn't move about that far. I'm starting to get curiosity to get an accelerometer.
Might surprise you.
I have heard statistics written that way, indicating seasickness is to accelerometer. It's funny, pilots will get seasick on a boat like this.
Yeah.
Now, believe me, nothing's worse than a small airplane in the air. Bumpy, 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 bumpy. But they're not used to putting up with it for hours upon hours upon days upon days.
They must not have their radar on.
I'm about to ask them.
Do you see it flipping around?
What?
Wait till I get a little closer.
We're getting pretty close to our closest point of approach here. You never heard of the Great Cannon Battle of the Elizabeth River, have you? Between Minkatu and Chief Papakissick.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Wants to know what the excitement is here. Phil says he saw a dolphin. Now you can see what Roger thinks of Phil's dolphin sighting. This is excitement.
Oh, look. It's recording now.
It is?
Yes.
Well, here we are. We're in the middle of the ocean.
No, we had that yesterday. This is day 3, isn't it? Day 3. To run together.
We're 419 miles west of.
How much?
419 according to GPS.
And we're riding on glass at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Relative.
about a couple feet, maybe a little more, but they're real smooth.
One of the crew members is still fantasizing about pilot whales and sharks and albatrosses, etc., but you can't see him right now. He's holding the camera.
And blue water.
Sperm whales, fake sperm whales, pseudo-sperm whales, you know,
The word
prophylactic sperm whales, and all kinds of things.
Pygmy, semi whales.
Saw 2 groups of whales yesterday, didn't film them. Saw one whale jumping today, didn't film it either.
And a
What was that
Portuguese
behind
man
the
of
boat?
war.
Oh, I did see a Portuguese man of war.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Never seen one. I haven't seen any flying fish out here.
I saw one.
Oh, you did?
I just saw that too. I told Tom about it.
It was looking for the approach lights on the aircraft carrier.
They don't land them very
See, we're on a broad reef right now, making pretty good speeds, 4.7 miles per hour knots. And,
That's where we're headed.
Log says we've done 238 miles through the water. Have no idea how far that really makes we've gone. We'll get there eventually.
What's the satellite say?
417.
yeah, 419. What did they say we started out with? 720 or something like that?
Yeah,
So he thinks he's going 300 over ground.
that's hard to
I hope
believe.
it knows where it thinks we are going.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I took out the computer and I did a run line and great circle calculation and checked the algorithms in both the Loran and the GPS, and they all said the same thing.
We're lost!
Well, if we're lost, we got a lot of electronics lost with us.
Sound like the freighter this morning?
I think we did. I think I pointed it out. Oh, the freighter that didn't answer?
No, the freighter that you called in did answer.
Oh, no, I'm more interested in the freighter yesterday that we didn't answer. Guy passed. He didn't have a radar on because we didn't get him on our radar detector. Called him on the radio and he didn't answer the radio. Makes you really feel safe out here. And another guy just come by. He did trigger our radar detector. We called him on the radio. He did see us on his radar. He complimented us for the strong radar picture that our radar reflector gave. And we wished each other a pleasant journey. I hope there's more like the second guy out here.
I like it on autofocus.
Focus.
Always works better on autofocus.
My problem is if you're trying to take a picture of something far away and there's something close to the picture, it doesn't know what you want to focus on.
Or if you want to go through glass.
Yeah.
There's the glass up there.
Okay, let's see, we'll take one or two more short timers before three mic. Okay, three mic and relay, I gotta get you, go ahead. Yeah, there's a Victor Tango Sugar and a Whiskey Alpha Lima and a three mic, go ahead, Bill. Why don't you pick those up, yeah, because I didn't hear those at all. Okay, three mic, complete the call, Good morning, this is NE3, I'm looking for K5DNH, are you around, Joanne? K5DNH, there. Good morning, are you leaving today and what time, over?
I've already left. I've been gone since about 1:06.
I see, so have a good day then, we'll keep in touch for tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Code 508.
Okay, that's clear. Victor Tango Sugar, which phone call? Victor Tango Whiskey Alpha. Must have been real short time. Whiskey Alpha Lima. Can I get a handle on the Bahama weather over? Yes, the weather report for the Bahamas was southeast to south 10. Okay, Victor Tango Sierra, are you there? Something out of Bill, okay. Okay, I go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe you just wanted to know he was there. Well, that's Foxtrot. Is that your parade or is that your 7-0 relay?
I know he's out today. Los Angeles correspondent Steve Hartman looks at the situation in...
It's an AM radio.
Who's he call?
Okay, thank you, Gary.
The net control station is the person who does the actual official checking.
Let's go slow plans and position record. JSX.
JSX.
Report your back. Report your back. 665. report this morning. We have 4 active float plans. Our first one, KI-4 approach distance, set in before the gas is Ocean North Restock and closed off the float plan. Then 3 SQ of the airport.
I don't hear him.
He's there. I heard him say 6808 west.
Okay, so that station relay to relay N3 SEU his position, over.
I'll try N3 SEU. This is WB4 OSQ. Position again, please.
6808 west.
Roger that. He says in 700 this morning he was at 31.48 degrees north by 68 degrees 08 minutes west.
Roger, just talking about you that M3 Foxtrot Echo uniform at 3148 north, 6808 west. And WB4 OSQ at Fairfield.
This is he. OSQ reports north 35 degrees 44 minutes, west 7 degrees 13 minutes.
Well, if it's 25, 44 north, 7013 west, over.
7013 west. Roger.
70, Nancy.
7013 north, over.
13 west is correct.
That's W4 OSQ at 35447013. Hang on for India Victor, go.
Good morning, Nancy. This is Steel Officer 4 India Victor 536A.
That's our check-in with the net. I was telling the camera.
All is well.
So we can check where everyone is and
Started when the commercial shippers put pressure on the government.
Tuesday, June 2nd, day 4.
This is the fourth day.
yeah.
Because we had 30, 31, 1, and this is 4.
We still haven't completed 3 full days of cruising yet. We're done at around, we would get away at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so 1300 today, that'll be 3 full days of cruising.
Looking pretty good. So, give me another sunny day.
So now we got,
Just another disgustingly boring nice day in the southwest North Atlantic. Gee, it's nice.
Running between 4 and 5 knots.
on a broad reach right now, you can see we got the mainsail and got the spinnaker on the jib on the spinnaker pole, and we put up the mizzen last night, so might need to put up a bigger spinnaker today though. That was some consideration.
Or put out a fishing line.
Yeah, true, definitely. We need to get some fishing line over.
Get some excitement out here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay guys, look what I found. This is from Vic. Fair winds and following seas. And look, we got following seas and fair winds. Yay, thank you Vic. To be opened on the second or third day out at cocktail hour. This is, the sun is over the yardarm. Of course it's on the wrong side of the yardarm, but it's over the yardarm. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning here.
Sounds like cocktail hour.
It is declared to be cocktail hour. As we figure out, I think he wanted us to spend the next 2 days trying to figure out how to unpackage this thing. I have no idea what this is.
find directions on how to use a fishing rod.
Hey, look! The cockpit quiz book! 260 puzzles! Thank you, Vic.
Good.
To amuse and annoy and enlighten you and your shipmates.
List of questions and stuff, the different categories, or?
What is the meaning of the nautical command to make way?
It means to move through the water. And it means propulsion.
Ah! Hey! What has a greater braking strength? Half-inch nylon or half-inch galvanized chain? This might tell you which is best for anchoring.
Half-inch nylon.
I bet it is. I don't know. But that's
Half-inch nylon, that's thick.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, that's not what I'm thinking about.
5/8.
Okay.
No smoking.
This is Roger talking to his father on the amateur radio.
No, not at all, not at all.
Well, that's good. Everything's all right then. Tomorrow morning, you want my next video?
Yeah, about this frequency and about this time, and really appreciate Norm being there too. Go ahead, Norm.
And the Mariana Trench is 36,000 feet. That's over 5 miles. About 5 miles right now. 36,000 feet.
Not 3,600.
36,000. 5 miles.
A mile is 5,000.
5,280.
No, we haven't been getting on any other
7 miles.
frequency.
Excuse me, what am I
I
saying?
might try 80 tonight, but it's so far I haven't had much success at all in loading up the antenna. But no, this is about the only skids in the morning. Bill and his father, and then you and Pop.
Well, I know Navy fighters are not allowed to go greater than 5 miles.
The rig we put up last night, downwind, wing on wing, working jib with the main. The main is banged out with a preventer, and the jib is held out with a pole that's got 4.5 preventers on it, and the mizzen's sitting here sheeted dead center to help kind of control roll. Set it up before dusk last night. Wind's out of the northwest. Not supposed to be out of the northwest. We're not complaining. This is the legendary fair winds and following seas. And we don't know which wind we're going to change this rig. Here's the North Atlantic. We're kind of semi-becalmed here, so we're motoring. We called this a good excuse to do battery charging. Tom is looking like he's steering. The autopilot is steering, you see. Now, we like to get away with that. It's about 200 miles from Bermuda. About a foot or so of sea. Hold on. Hold everybody. Speak to the navigation calculator. It's 273 miles. So Philip is correct by average. It's closer to 300 than it is 200. We'll get there in a couple days. Wednesday morning. If this looks kind of flat to you, it is. There's no wind at all. What? No. This is Wednesday morning, 2nd of June. Sunrise.
For whale bait, saving me for whale bait. Say over when you want me to talk. Over.
Okay. Well, how's the stomach? I mean, how you been feeling sick or anything?
No, only the first day. A number of us fed the fish. Let's see, yesterday we had rice-a-roni and fried chicken. Day before yesterday we had roast potatoes with roast pork. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, it tells me you're eating better on board than we are here. Over.
You noticed that, eh? Well, how does it sound on the radio? You copying everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, listen, I want to ask you one question. The compressor at work, they're telling me went out. The weather makers are saying it's under warranty, but it's still going to cost them parts and labor. Does that sound right?
Need to dig up the warranty. They'll pay for the compressor, and then they do the charging and all that. Yes, that sounds reasonable.
Okay, because they're saying it'll be about between $200 and $400, depending on the size of the unit.
Take it, and go with it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. It took me a long time to track down who put it in, but I was familiar with them. So, anyway, how far are you to Bermuda?
We got about 160 miles, 180 miles to Bermuda maximum. We expect to get in there Thursday night at dark. We are not going in until daylight. Over.
Okay. Now, are you going to call me when you get there, or do I just wait and hear from you again?
I'll call you on the landline, but we'll be keeping regular radio schedules, and I'm fairly certain we will keep a schedule the morning we arrive in there. Over.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to know you're all having a good time. I wasn't worried about you. Especially the way you're eating.
No, we're doing fine. Everything's safe. I don't think we've been in a position where we felt like, oh my goodness, this is unsafe. It's been great so far. A little
except for the Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, I think that's
and
the bird.
quite normal. I don't know whether the seasick patches work or not, but I
bird
can
out over
imagine what
there.
it
I
could be
think
like
it's
with her.
landing.
But plenty of food and all that stuff, and we're having a decent time. It gets a little quiet around here, but everybody just sacks out.
Now you can see the color of this water here. But it's the deepest, prettiest blue you ever saw. The Chesapeake Bay muck for so many years, you forget what water looks like. Well, we got the whole fish plan up. This is our offensive anchors. For a passage like this, it's not a bad idea to take the anchors off the front of the boat anyway. I didn't, but at least you better lash them. You see there are, those anchors are lashed in 3 places, each one, and the chain is wrapped around the cleat. That's my normal procedure. There's one thing, I forgot to do it when we started, so guess what? That starboard anchor decided to try and deploy. Oh, the weather. It was a big job. Here's the Southwest North Atlantic. I guess we're actually the mid-North Atlantic. Beautiful conditions. The seas are about a foot. Wind is maybe about 7 to 10 knots. Got the whole sail plan up. Look at this. I got the jib. I got the main. Boy, who'd have liked that? And I got the mizzen. They're all drawing. We're finally on a reach. We're all what this boat likes most in its life, a close reach. And we're sailing a beat band. We're making about 4 knots under sail, perfectly quiet and smooth. We're gonna have breakfast in a bit.
So long, 73, fellas. Thanks for the ride. Hey, I'll see you Friday night.
Yeah, it feels good.
I want somebody.
Second, you can't go this far without worrying about hitting something. A bunch of crab pots, another ship, or bottom.
Alright, now tell me if this is not the life. I mean, we're kicking along almost 6 knots. I mean, check it out. Check out that displacement we're making. Having a grand old time. Sun's shining.
Sunstroke.
We just recovered from our most major emergency up to date. We nearly sank. Had a little problem with some bilge pump. Look at that killer wake, man. Where's the water skis, Bill?
Well, I took them off the boat for the trip. Sorry.
Oh man.
I don't have water skis. I got 2 pieces of 2x2. You want to slip them on your foot?
Hey, barefoot ski, that'll work.
Now, I need to describe the incidents before this picture. A few minutes ago, we did our normal bilge check. Found the bilge flooded worse than we've ever seen it before. We did a standard pump. When we pumped the bilge, it came back. So we pumped it again. It came back. Uh-oh. We now have a new emergency.
Maybe we should...
Good thing no one was down there, huh?
Hey, Rick said as soon as you think Reed's Creek, can we read?
Okay, this is sailing like you never see sailing. I only get like this in the bay. It's blowing about 15 knots or so. We just put a reef in the main. We had to hull down too much. Look at this water. We get an occasional white cap. We got a crew member who thinks he's hiking out.
We reef, Vic.
Yeah, this is a message for Vic. We really do reef this boat on occasion. Of course, I haven't rigged the second reef yet. I can't imagine wanting any more than this. We might roll in some of the jib. The seas here don't even feel like seas. They're long swells. Let's see, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. They're about 5 or 6 seconds between swells. Just occasional white cap on them. Just sailing along nicely.
All right. Well, oops.
Okay.
I already started recording.
Oh, you're rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're about to do our standard hourly bilge check. So you take this thing up here, you look here, you grab a flashlight, point the flashlight down here, and the bilge level should be down below the level for this pump here. And there's another hose that sits down there that uses the accurate level for the bilge. We also have a sucking line on stripping a little bit, so occasionally you have to pump. It's about every 6 hours you pump the bilge, you get up about a foot higher than it is and you pump down. Well, about a half hour ago, I did my hourly bilge pump check. You didn't have to look at it straight with the glasses and a flashlight. You look to line it up or anything. Water was all the way up over here, sloshing into the canyon. It's definitely not the right thing to have. Canned goods are sitting in plastic trays, but after last night's rain, or the night before last rain, I had to drill holes in the plastic drains into the cans because they got water inside the can. Probably should just taken all the cans out and cleaned it out. So, we took the big pump here, and we pumped the bilge down. After we did that, bilge water came right back up. So we pumped it down again, thinking that it was stuck in the side sloshing back into the bilge, and it came right back up again. That's when I said, I think we got trouble. So I brought Roger down here. We both identified that the bilge was filling up. Whereupon we said, we got trouble. Let's start looking to see where in the world the water's coming from. Well, we've been running rail down all day long with the starboard side down. So I started looking for everything that's attached to through holes on the starboard side. Found a small light-duty bilge pump which has an anti-siphon loop and should never backflow with backflow on crazy. Took us about 15 or 20 minutes from the time we started realizing that the bilge was full to the time we knew why we were sinking. And we were sinking. Anyway, we got the thing fixed. We put a damage control plug in the hose, shut that pump down. I then got out some cleaner and cleaned out the bilge pump, cleaned out the bilge area to get all the oil out of it. And then Philip comes up here with the best end of the catastrophe comment. He found out we had a videotape we haven't seen. So now we know what our evening movie is now. People or things. Emergency.
I'll be back.
I'm finished.
Back to it.
Here we are. This is Thursday, about 11:30. Phil just made grilled cheese sandwiches that came out real good. And here's a nice little thing to have at sea. We got another boat. We are not alone. So we will go over and look at them.
We got a few deer this morning, praise God. That's what I said, they eat the deer. They'll be much happier if they don't know where it came from.
Oh, you recording? Yeah. Alright, I'll try to not disturb you.
I was supposed to. Yeah.
Going over to say hello.
Go babes.
Signe Z out of Alexandria, Virginia, heading from Bermuda to Norfolk. And we're heading from Norfolk to Bermuda.
Me sitting here, married myself.
Tell me, Roger, when was the last time you had foul weather gear on this trip?
2 days ago.
More than that.
To stay warm. My first night in a Halifax harbor. My first night on a Halifax shore. I met a pretty little maid. She was known as a Halifax whore.
Now he goes. You know what's Jaws?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw something. Well, this guy's
The Russian counterattack will eliminate its enemies over here.
How much do you know?
Hey, Roger, stick your head down here, say hello.
Details files.
Yo.
Come here and say hello.
Give us
What he looks like.
we're gonna look at you.
Everything.
What's going on here?
Just wanted to check the guy on watch. Here, have some popcorn.
Where's the popcorn? Rough cruise. Finish burning the other stuff?
I decided that I don't know how to do Jiffy Pop. Their boat is that other one that we passed.
We get a steady trickle of visitors, but he's out putting his airtime in. You know.
That guy right there just gave us a nice flyby. It was really sweet. What kind of plane is it again?
An S-3 Orion, Navy aircraft. It's British.
He's out here all by himself, but he just...
American Navy came off an aircraft carrier.
Oh, that's a I thought you said it was British.
No,
flag.
no.
I couldn't tell which, I couldn't see any insignia to tell which carrier he's off of.
I did,
We need a big sign. STN.
he's the anti-submarine warfare and
I
military.
know why he's up. He's out exercising his beast. Right?
Looks like he might could give us another pass.
I don't know, I have an idea.
If there was some women on board, he'd make another pass, but I think,
He's turning towards us.
Might be one of those, Tom.
I know, it's
Dude, they don't have VHF FM capability, do they? I'm not sure. All they have is AM. Oh, great.
Yeah, get
coming in for another one. That's kind of odd. You might get a good one.
Hey, way back. Put a bra on or something, will you?
What?
Put a bra on and wave at him. I sure hope we don't see when you get right up.
He's probably trying to figure. You need to be flying your flag there.
You have Norfolk on the stern. Now he's boogieing this time.
He's bored.
Look at that. Look at that. Show off.
Oh my God! Oh, glad you. This is him. Where'd he go? He's inverted. He's inverted up there.
Did you get that roll on?
God, I love to see my taxpayers' money going to good use.
I can't see him through the viewfinder, but
This interrupts the afternoon movie.
I didn't know we were getting an air show with this truck.
We finished watching our afternoon movie, which was interrupted by our personal air show. That was the second pass that plane made. The first pass, he came by and gave us one of those little, seesaw wave of the wings, and then this bird right here just flew right next to the stern after he'd been floating back beyond us for a while.
oh, I didn't know this.
He's landed right here.
Well, dry weight's about 18,000 pounds.
What's the displacement?
About 18,000 pounds. But that's without any fuel and water.
Open ocean sailing at almost 6 knots. Having a grand old time. Flat calm. We went for a swim this morning. Now, I guess we should have videotaped that, but we didn't.
Oh, what? I'm not,
Stinging cool. This appears just as fiery underwater as its name would suggest. Branches are bright mahogany in color and should themselves provide a warning to snorkelers or divers. Keep your distance from this variety of coral. If you brush against it, smooth the irritated area with ammonia, baking soda, or Epsom salt. Portuguese men of war.
Nixon was a Quaker?
as a matter of fact, he was. I'd forgotten about that. Kennedy was a Roman Catholic. They made a big thing out of that.
Really? Well, why did they make a big thing of it?
First one. They were afraid of a lot of the Catholic Church's doctrine would wind up into our law.
Yeah.
sunrise. 7 day. Hope to make it in today.